Appointed kings lay down their swords. The value of words shall change, for leadership becomes a sunken revolution. Flee from freedom, some shall revoke and some shall bow. Borders will be unbound. The waves of change shall writhe throughout the land as encompassed issue finds way to freedom. No longer the heaviness of anchored depth, for flow shall re-find its breast. Wallow of separation from that which they, the many, have known to become their daily bread. Once fed upon a hunger of intense expectation, will they then know the truth of separation. Removal of anchorage to the coin will bring forth an understanding unyet known. Separation will cease to know its breath. United be on fronts never have, shall they whom choose to know the unflavoured choice. The unflavoured choice shall have no place. The many have desired long for the truth within to resonate evermore, and so it shall be. Upon the wings of change, they whom have heed the word shall soar and embrace. Though one and only one was embodied to embrace, multitude was accepted. To free the anchored, a shedding must be accepted. Whimsical the story, built upon by trust, though interpretation is singular and choice vary. The given imprint shall now make movement, for survival is the request. Choice always given. When the land moves and the water melts its skin, will they become one with the water, the air, the foundation? As it moves, changes, and becomes less of itself to become more of what it may be. Fluid and flow, the heaviness left, and what then? The bell tolls as the clocks once turning cease to move. A knowing of peace washes, and hurry and bother lose their place. Purity and calm know the winds of change, and move forth shall the many with grace. Know well the light of truth, when shone within, gives birth of life beyond imagine-bound thought, where roaming free is unbridled, enigma, nirvana, magnified. From shadows the lift comes, revealing that which always were but never seen, in true potential of ambient ignorance, ignorance of all shadow, such encompassment swallows the shade. The song beckons the follower by the whistle to steer the loved into its embrace, embraced in the gentle rock of womb-woven love. Once followed, once again, the ignited melody within finds home, a churning surrender of grace in matrimony to bliss, a haven, a home, a rest of weary, no shall be left unkept, as sheltered by the nook of the tree's arm all shall be. Mindful thought gives way to mindful produce. With consideration, that which cycles will bring nourishment and goodwill. For healing hands hold well the fruits of labour. For the heavy shine of light shall bring movement of that which binds to issue, a falsehood of knowing within the bodice. A greed of issue shall be mellowed and relief given, for anchored release will be unveiled upon the ocean's bed. A song's whisper finds the ears of the awake. Upon infusion, ignition of the essence within is spoken. Heavens move within the chosen whom listen to the fragrance tone. Within the peaceful rivers of the mind flows the beauty of chastity. Forever freedom entices the inner rain of delight. When beauty is beheld, the eye of the beholder is one with the elements, for they recognize in self what is as self. A metamorph from cocoon to bloom, the choice of embraced essence brings hope beyond hope, thus birthed into existence. Hand of time by measure and pertain to the heart's beat, wallowed by the retained thought beyond youth, swallowed with each talk in altered expectation. Unbound rapture within skin, once settled, issue embedded, freedom found of the anchored repent. New breath finds way within the enigmatic chambers of the life force moving throughout the bodice. Gift of transformation in crystalline invocation. Gift of reason, the mind's knowing ceases to evict. Forth comes the language once withdrawn. Know then the favour of all that is nourished. Fortuitous be the chime of met waters, as the calm meets the flow and rejoins the fluid motion forth. Melded once more in the cradle of itself, knowing the journey within met well. Destined for rejoice, entwined the rivers breathe well once again. An unbridled anguish may rupture through the vein for they whom hold firm for the anchorage to which pain knows place. Evermore choice given and breath for choice shall reign. Thus being request for one creates thought. Rebirth song brings light-kissed life within the embodiment of those who upturn palms for enlightened storm to configure within. Feathered breast kept well, nourished in girth and strength. Weary won't be for they whom plan well the trek. Afoot rocky terrain, bereft of malnourish, challenge shall bring knowledge, and knowledge shall provide the gifts of encouraged movement forward. A strand's end becomes the awakening for another, for reformed light finds home wherever it may land. The filament shall seduce its nestle and become again its ever form. Harmony harks the flight of the flock shall show the way. Leader of winged delight, know they the fortune of the led path. Knowledge kept may serve well, hence all stones upturned be. Not once without eyes alight would comprehension of all be allowable. The temperance of gentle-fed knowledge keep allows for internal expression to take impartment acceptably. Any more than comprehensive allowance shall cause chaotic combustion in the mind's chamber. Soft and subtle, the sway of movement glides gently within. For the health of potent enlightening brings selfless love to the elixir of life. The flow of enigma knows its cycle. Its motion follows one after another, the journey back to the chambers of love. The breath of its own chariot glides lovingly evermore. Challenged thought finds alteration, met with cause and effect. Sporadic creation gives birth to many an ocean's tidal break. Care and consideration provides value to communal connective creation. The keeper's weight in wings tempt of none. Peace knows its place. Kept purity for all is fortuitous. Held within the chamber of choice, relief is for they whom separate from the anchored heave. Foundation once pained, anguish never known, darkness fell to teach its place. Strength without limit and density without challenge. Water's essence laid down its sword for its truth to break the binded. Come close to hear the winds of song, they know the whisper carried. Bellowed break by winds of change, direct be forward carried. To night watch pass, from silver speed comes light. Shadowed edge moves to no else. Eternal change comes then. Bittered taste fell, swallowed by the succumb to tempt. Unknowing of the unsalted, seldom they may yearn. Ease of challenge, the mind's wander finds harmony. Pleasant in nourished dance, thought by flow knows peace. Solid ground holds home to the anchor of heave. Else knows fluid and movement, for rain it knows not. The seer's look, a chamber's delight, in reflective thought's creative flare. Thought when unbridled knows chaos and creates such. Released of heave, soul connects willingly by magnetism of choice. Drawn evermore to the home one knows as self, and becometh once again united as be. Once feathered by warmth, the welcome's protect was ferried. Question none, as motion knows none. All that is without becomes within, and all want becomes uncarried. Lightened and ignited, the flame of choice knows life, nil of void, nil of none.